But that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a discretion of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is
Press release 24th May 2024. IPOB leader educated the Nigerian court as they keep subverting the rule of law. The continuous subversion of the rule of law to an extent of inventing non-existing laws in order to justify the jailing of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by Justice Binta Nyako, and her court has been exposed by the indefatigable leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, worldwide. Binta Nyako's court's illegality forced the defendant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to school the compromised Justice Binta Nyako and the Nigeria government on the right processes of the court regarding his case. The indomitable leader of the family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, appeared before Justice Binta Nyako on 20th of May 2024. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being persecuted for leading Biafrans in exercising Biafrans' fundamental human rights for self-determination via peaceful plebiscite, referendum, and because of this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home at Afaraku Ibeku, Umuahia, was invaded by the terrorist Nigeria military to assassinate him on September 2017. He was lucky to have escaped, but many IPOB members and his family members were killed. His parents died as a result of the shock of the military invasion and onslaught that happened in their family's country home. He escaped and left Nigeria to save his life. The same rogue Nigeria government, in desperation to silence him, went to Kenya, kidnapped, tortured, and extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria since June 2021, without knowing that they committed international law. Since then, he has been detained in a very dehumanizing solitary confinement at the DSS detention facility headquarters at Abuja, being mentally, physically, and emotionally tortured continuously. The Nigerian appeal court in Abuja has discharged and acquitted him, but the Nigerian rogue government refuses to release him. The Supreme Court of Nigeria condemned his kidnap and extraordinary rendition, including the military invasion of his home that forced him to flee out of Nigeria in 2017, and therefore the Supreme Court affirmed that he did not jump bail. Irrespective of these judgments of the Supreme Court and Appeal Court, as stated above, the compromised Justice Binta Nyako insists that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. Justice Binta Nyako is under pressure to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in lieu of her husband and son, who are under EFCC's investigation for looting Adamawa State Treasury when her husband was the governor of that state. IPOB has called on Justice Binta Nyako to recuse herself from the case of our leader, but she refuses because she is under forced mandate and gunpoint to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all cost. Not many judges in Nigeria are willing to destroy their integrity and the Nigeria judiciary to please the Nigerian executive government's rascality. But the injustice Binta Nyako has no choice here, because the freedom of her criminal husband and son lies in the injustice and jailing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man. We want to tell her that IPOB will never allow our leader's freedom to be sacrificed for treasury looters like her husband and son. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, though not a lawyer but very intelligent, has schooled the compromised Justice Nyako and the corrupt federal government prosecuting counsel in the case. During the illegal arraignment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on 20th May 2024, before Justice Binta Nyako, in order to force a trial on him, Mazi Kanu took time to school Justice Binta Nyako and the federal government counsels of the laws they claim to be protecting and defending. Matters of law in the Nigerian constitution and the international law. He informed the Nigeria government and her corrupt judiciary that they are terrorists for prosecuting him in court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's assertion is based on the Nigerian constitution and the international law on extradition, which the Nigerian government grossly violated by kidnapping and renditioning him from Kenya to Nigeria without proper arrangements in Kenyan courts. The Abuja Appeal Court on October 13, 2022, understood the gravity of violation of this international law by the Nigerian government and upheld the same position of the international law and ruled that no court in Nigeria can try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this case. The Nigeria Appeal Court in Abuja demonstrated a clear understanding of the international law of extradition. Only terrorists kidnap their victims and determine the fate of their kidnapped victims. This act of terrorism by the Nigeria state is clearly illegal. In the case of kidnapping and extraordinary rendition and prosecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigeria government and Justice Binta Nyako are terrorists. IPOB family stands with our leader in this position. Even the Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, in his recent interview, told Nigeria government and Binta Nyako that Biafra cannot be defeated, and he said can't be Biafra movement and its agitation, and warned them that detaining Nnamdi Kanu in DSS solitary confinement is illegal, but Nigeria government headed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Binta Nyako don't want to hear. Many notable Nigerians and international scholars reacted since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught Binta Nyako and Nigeria councils that Biafra cannot be defeated. Biafra agitation is fully in its right time. There is nothing Nigeria government and Binta Nyako can do to stop it. Binta Nyako must redeem herself from the shame about to befall her soon. Biafrans are going home. The Nigerian government cannot benefit from their own illegality. Justice Binta Nyako should save herself from the international embarrassment and pending prosecution that the lawless federal government brought upon Nigeria. Justice Binta Nyako should listen to the lecture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and go by the rules of law or take her hands off the case. Justice Binta Nyako should stop legal rigmaroling and the shenanigans and stand by the judgment of the appeal court. IPOB's leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime known to law locally and internationally. He is only being persecuted because he is an Igbo man fighting for freedom of his people. Comrade M, a powerful media and publicity secretary for IPOB. Stay tuned and have a blessed day.